All right, we got a short video here for you today. One of the themes of this channel so far has just been trying to save you some money. This one could be outdoors related because hopefully in the future this will be related to wild game processing. But today, since I haven't been that lucky and I haven't killed a deer yet so far this fall, I had to go to the local butcher and buy some meat. So today it's going to be, beef from the butcher shop, but in the future, hopefully it'll be wild game. Kind of holding out for a big buck right now, but after the rut, then it's freezer filling time, so watch out does. But we all know the price of groceries are sky high right now, so I just want to help you learn from my experience a little bit here of how to save some money. First of all, if you're not buying meat in bulk and putting it in freezer bags and saving it yourself and you're buying it by the piece, you're losing money right off the bat. I've only ever used two different of these different vacuum sealers, so I can't really speak to which one's the best. I do like this one because it's got a bunch of different settings for double sealing and vacuum and seal, and it'll do the canisters. So you hook a hose in there and you can do mason jars, but I can't really speak to the other one I had was like 40 years old, and so this one seems great, but I don't know. If you do vacuum sealing, one of the things I do recommend, even though this one does have the hose that you can vacuum seal mason jars, I still would recommend one of these. This thing is really nice for putting especially like dried goods in mason jars and pulling the air out to make them last. It's a lot cheaper than oxygen absorbers. It's rechargeable. It's one button operation. It works on regular jars and wide mouth jars. You can buy your dried goods, whether that's rice or beans or whatever, in bulk. Put them in a mason jar to keep them safe from pests and oxygen. Pull out the extra air with this and it'll last you much longer, and you can pay less per pound if you buy it in bulk than if you buy it in smaller quantities. One of the things that made me really want to do this video was typically, you're trying to save money buying meat in bulk, and one of the ways you give some of that money back is the normal food saver bags are pretty darn expensive. So by the time you buy the meat and you spend your time to vacuum seal individual packs and you buy the Food Saver brand bags, you've really cut into how much you've saved. I've tried all different brands and all different kinds of these Food Saver bags, and this one by far has turned out the best so far. This brand I got on Amazon, big surprise if you watched the channel before, but it's Bonson Kitchen. Never even heard of them, but I've just tried different brands, trying to find ones that were cheaper and still worked better. Some of the cheaper brands I bought, they just don't seal well, and you put them in the freezer, you pull them out, there's air pockets, freezer dried food, so there goes all the savings you had from buying bulk meat. But these I used for the first time today, and they've been absolutely phenomenal. Here's one of the bags I sealed of ground beef. And if you don't know already, if you do vacuum seal your bags, definitely press down your bags and flatten them out as much as possible before you freeze them. Just makes it easier and more convenient whenever you go to use them. The thinner that package is, the faster they thaw out. So you forget to pull it out of the freezer in the morning for dinner that night, and you want to use it that night, you pull it out, throw it in the sink with some hot water, and if you get it pretty thin, then it'll thaw pretty fast for you. So our haul for today was ground beef, as I've shown, New York strips. Both of those, between ground beef and New York strips, I saved about $2 a pound by buying it in bulk. And these good freezer bags, they'll last for probably 18, 24 months. The other thing I always buy in bulk is bacon. So that entire box, is 10-pound box, cost me $39.95. So $3.90 some cents a pound for bacon, which is almost half the price of if you just buy it by the 1 pound. So I definitely recommend buying bacon in bulk. And I would also recommend cutting it in half, and that way when you cook it, it just cooks better, doesn't curl up, it cooks more evenly. If it's in a quart size like Ziploc bag, I don't vacuum seal bacon, because in this house we go through it so fast that there's no need to vacuum seal it, because it's going to go so fast it's not going to freeze or burn or go bad. So hopefully here soon I have a deer or 2 or 3 or 4 to process for you, and we can do some videos on that. Hopefully we'll be making deer bologna, deer sausage. I've even seen some good videos on YouTube about making deer bacon. And we're going to try all that, and we'll make videos on that too. But right now, you know, it's early on in the rut, holding out on a big buck, but watch out those, because after the rut, it's time to fill the freezer. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what other videos you may like. But for now, this is just a short video. It's all we have for today. I just thought I'd throw the camera on and show you guys some other cost-saving measures that I've found. You know, these bags are expensive. If you can find good ones that are also cheap, it helps you save some more money. From All Things Outdoors USA, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.